Go to the
Yep.
cart.
Yep. Y'all can smoke me. One more smoke.
Fuck, man.
Oh, whole different team. Fuck. This is my last one, y'all. I gotta go.
Alright, wow.
Why you leaving? Cause you see somebody shooting better than you?
No,
I
my baby's
You
wanna
don't
up.
like that, do you?
leave,
Whoa. I don't like nothing,
but
bro.
I gotta go right now.
Bendiciones para los míos, deseo salud y vida para los míos. Trabajo todos los días para los míos, ellos puestos para mí.
God damn.
Alright, y'all.
Cool, trying to get busy, I see.
It is just about time for some American football as the NFL is here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Tonight, we're keeping it in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And away we go, here in Sao Paulo. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. As a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
Yeah, right there. That's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First and 10. Here's Herbert. Chased down to his right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Drew Tranquill with the pick. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB at you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And that really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate, in this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth. Who's going to respond next?
They only get a yard out of that run. It's going to be 2nd down. As we look here, Brock, we're reminded that if you can somehow get through the preseason injury-free, you're really one of the lucky ones. Most teams going to be missing at least a key player or two to start the season.
And it's going to happen between workouts, practices, preseason games, and I know there's a lot of debate about the off seasons of today and getting your team healthy for week 1. And while we don't ever want to see them, we do know this. They'll create immediate opportunities for someone else to step in and make an impact on the season no one saw coming.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
The Chargers into a nickel set, 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by Alohi Gilman. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He brings it in. And he's got a nice goal to go here as he goes out at the 8-yard line.
Move the chain! Got to move them chains. Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Hey, Kappa.
Herbert from the gun. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Has it in close. A massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone.
A gain of 5 yards brings up
Third and goal. Here's Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Xavier Worthy now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. Off the play fake. It's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
From the 26 on second down. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Quarterback of his renounce, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To the air, Mahomes.
Man, come on, man.
Mistake, he's intercepted again.
How the fucking...
By Aaron Kendricks. So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right? 2 drives in, you still can't get your game plan at all. Not a series you're going to keep ending prematurely. You don't want to be playing behind schedule right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves.
Here's Herbert, first and 10. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Was hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. So they're left facing third and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Herbert to throw once more. This throw is caught. It's an LA touchdown. The Chargers pull that in front further, 13-zip. So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
And when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Worthy now to return it. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush down now to his left. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Chargers are stopped in the outer reaches in the red zone. We have seen this happen before, partner. 3 interceptions in a row. We're going to spare the quarterbacks who've done it. Not going to mention any names, but man, not a list that he wanted to join.
Yeah, he probably stopped throwing the ball. Like, stop throwing the ball. You said it out loud?
No, that was out loud. Yeah. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Herbert with a blitz coming. Conklin brings it in. And that's going to be an 8-yard gain, it looks like, as it puts them in goal to go.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. And he's going to be knocked backwards. This loses yards to the 7.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
It's now 3rd and
From the gun on 3rd, it's Herbert. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers take a 20-zip lead. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers push their lead to 21-zip already.
Chiefs nothing.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Worthy now to return it. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And this defense is firing to begin the season, huh? Great play to get him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's got them quite the game here, partner, as he finally is brought to a stop.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Good strike downfield to Kelsey. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop? We're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time, the QB did a terrific job of finding that out.
They only get a yard out of that run. It's going to be second down. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Getting out to his left. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Headed out right. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? If it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Butker knocks it through. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead. The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead. This our last play of the quarter. They aren't getting anything here, Brock. They're actually going to lose some. Back to the 10. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Bit of an early blowout, 21-3. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They are facing second down deep on their own end. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. He's going deep. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he gets it away from his end zone. Punt taken near midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Running up the middle, Pacheco. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation, Kate. Defense broke through so quickly, they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. It's Pacheco again. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
That's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got it at the 5. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers, they got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Darius Davis to return it. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Herbert. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Stopped on the play by big Chris Jones.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Ashton Gelati driving in there for the stop.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And He picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
At the 47-yard line.
First and 10, Herbert. He throws a bullet to the center. Brought in inside the 20. And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. And I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it made.
And they will score. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers make it a 3-possession game. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chargers push their lead to 18.
Chiefs 10. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Worthy now to return it.
Xavier Worthy on the return. The Chiefs make it for first and 10. They're on the 47-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
They'll throw on third and long. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Mahomes on first and 10. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I can guarantee you that's going to be Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Working inside the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. The throw is caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Dante Jackson takes it away. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. And the Chargers have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
Oh, he came so close to being the one to score right off of that, but as long as his offense can get the job done here, Kate, you're going to still thank him for the points. Took care of so much of the work, breaking from the end zone to the red zone.
Throw caught at the 6. Down Los Angeles. The Chargers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Up the middle, and somebody blocked it. And the Chiefs got it. Fine to see return it all the way back for 2 to minimize the sting of that opposing touchdown. Well, Brock, you never want to take the point after for granted, and this play shows why. However unlikely, we don't see it often, but there's always a chance that they can get through for the block, and then it's a foot race down the field.
And then you got to really give credit, right? The credit pie, give a slice to everybody because it takes them all in special teams. It starts with making the block, and then everybody alert enough to transition to set up the return.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they pick him off again. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, what better way to follow up one interception than by getting back out there and picking off another on the first play of the very next drive.
And think of all the work the offense just did on the sideline to try and recover. You can put together a good plan. Here's your adjustment. And in just one play, you flush it all down the toilet.
The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 2nd down at the Chiefs.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first.
Cameron Dicker on for the Chargers field goal. A 53-yard.
It's good. Not by much, but it's indeed good. Bottom left. And their lead grows further to 25 points.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
And that nearly got him to midfield. He's out of bounds just a yard or 2 short.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And hey, if you can't prevent the catch, Brock, at least prevent a gain after it, right? So they make the quick stop at the 31. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Buying some time left. He takes it himself. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. He hit his 1st one. His 2nd one's coming from inside of 40. Butker knocks it through. And it shrinks to a 3-score game again. The lead 22. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
The party's still going for 2 more quarters, football fans. We're back underway from Brazil. Worthy now to return it. Oh, he eats a hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he's taken to the ground after a nice push downfield.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Going to the ground again on first. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time.
What a hit, and the ball's loose. And the Chargers think they have it, and they do. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Kate, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and the next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
It's Hampton on second. And he's taken down, but some quality yardage on that play.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
First down, and they go right back to it. This is ahead for about 5. It's Noel Williams who made the play defensively.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Hampton. Fights up for tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. But the Chargers were the first to get to that one, so it'll stay with them. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough third down here. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Johnson finds the football complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chargers will have a first.
First and 10 at the 24-yard
They'll go left side with Hampton. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks that it takes some superhuman effort now on second down.
Buying some time right. Launching deep down the right sideline. He's got it down the sideline. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. No change to the call on the field. So that play's going to remain a touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers continue piling on to this lead.
44. Chiefs 15. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's Smith on the return. Jukes out a one-stop. And a huge effort sets up his offense in a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. But so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
The screen pass falls incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it'll be second down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I to make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right. It certainly wasn't.
Kelsey's got it right side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. But heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete. Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs trail by 22 now.
Chargers 44. Chiefs 22. Harrison Butker.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Play action now for Herbert. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped.
50-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they pick him up again. And the Chargers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Herbert from the gun. Oh, try forcing it to the slants. It's intercepted. Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run it. Run it.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and long for Mahomes. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Butker knocks it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down. First down throw, Mahomes. Rolling left, buying some time. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now a give left side to Pacheco. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? It's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun give to Hampton. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
A loss of a yard brings up second down.
Second and 10 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They're out now, ready to punt it. J.K. Scott will kick it away. Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Slot man in motion left. First and 10. It's Mahomes. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Maybe a little rattled after that near interception. Let's see how he plays this on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. And they pick him off again. And the Chargers have it again after yet another interception.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and is clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ballgame. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Hampton trying the left side. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
They're now set for 1st and 10.
At the 16-yard line.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. On him quick, and they bring it down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
He hits the opening for about 9 yards, but still 3rd down coming up.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Back to Hampton. Oh, he's trying to get away, but unable to do so. They catch him behind the line on 3rd down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Dicker connects there and make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Here's Smith on the return. Spins out of one stop. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Searches from the pocket. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. To the air, Mahomes. Hits him on the out route. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Throwing is Mahomes. Finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
We will not get any further, but plenty of progress already. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Throwing again, Mahomes. That throw behind his intended target. Looking for the back that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Pistol now for Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. A big play, and that's him 17 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 15.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play. Had the chance to escape with a pick. Defense got to buckle down now as they line up for second down. That is rejected at the line, as we say in the hoop song. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up third down. So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Third down, it's Mahomes. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. Travis Kelsey, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Chiefs 35.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And no problem for the Chargers. They cover it up. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Running it with Hampton. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Here's 2nd and 7. Short pass brought in. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
7-yard line.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. It is the 2-minute warning from Sao Paulo. Chargers looking like they'll start this season with a win. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now Herbert to throw. Right side into the hands of Allen. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the
Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to hit Najee Harris out of the backfield. So second down coming up. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Bronk, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Catch is made in close. And he's got the Charger first down. And that should be all she wrote in this one.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Chargers first down.
They'll run with Hampton. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers make it a 3-score game in the fourth. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. Drive begins with a run by Nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. And this isn't just anyone in O-Star form. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chargers as we say ciao from Sao Paulo.
When I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check, and you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check. Bust the rhymes up in the place, true indeed. Yes, I got the record, that's word on my feed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some mad charge. Now I must proceed.